Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Thorne's Hallman Scott selections here for Thursday, February 16th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in hockey with the Rangers to win in regulation at minus 115 on DraftKings. Very fun game. There were 10 goals in total, and luckily for us, the Rangers had 6 of them. I mentioned yesterday's show how Vancouver's defense is non-existent, and it had been terrible for the last couple of weeks especially, and nothing changed. The Rangers scored 2 goals immediately in the first period, finished with 3 in the first period, and then ended up with 6. So a nice winner there. Look for the winner here on Thursday. And for today's play of the day, going to look at another hockey game between Winnipeg and Columbus, taking place at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this match, we're going to take the road team here. We're going to take Winnipeg to win in regulation at minus 125 on FanDuel. Time recording of 3 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to take Winnipeg in this spot. First reason, look at the recent form of both teams. Winnipeg has been the much better team. Winnipeg has won each of the last 3 games, while Columbus, who has been awful all season long, has not really improved at all as the season has progressed, as Columbus has lost 5 of its last 6 games, including 4 regulation losses in that span. So Columbus has not exactly fared well lately, and they're facing off against a playoff team in the West. I think Columbus should struggle in this matchup. But to go through the actual stats, Winnipeg is much better offensively and defensively. The Jets are averaging 3.19 goals per game, which ranks 16th in the league, and the Blue Jackets are allowing just 2.52 goals per game, which is the 3rd fewest in the league. Plus, defensively, Winnipeg's allowing just 2.59 goals per game, which is the 3rd fewest in the league, and Columbus is allowing 3.81 goals per game, which is the 3rd most in the league. In other words, Columbus has the 3rd worst offense in the league and the 3rd worst defense, which explains why this team is in the basement and why this team is basically tanking for Bedard at this point. But Columbus is double-digit points behind the second-to-last place team in the Metro. This team has nothing to play for. Meanwhile, Winnipeg is only 2 points behind Dallas for first place in the division. So this game actually does matter to Winnipeg, and Columbus is basically waiting for the season end at this point because you can make a serious argument this team is better off losing all their games moving forward because they're going to be in the draft lottery no matter what. But the point is, I think at the end of the day, you'll end up seeing Winnipeg really separate themselves over these 60 minutes, and especially with the starting goalie back in net. Hellebuyck, who has been very, very good this season, did miss the last game with an illness. Now, they ended up winning the game anyway, but the point is, Hellebuyck is definitely the best goalie on the roster, and he should be probably a finalist for the Vezina. I don't think he's going to win, but you're looking at his numbers, 25 wins, 15 losses, 1 overtime loss. You're looking at, besides that, he has 3 shutouts, 2.41 goals against average, and a .924 save percentage. He's a very good goalie, and the fact is that even though he missed last game with illness, he's expected to return to the lineup for this game, which definitely helps Winnipeg's chances. But to go through some trends here, Winnipeg has been very good in the last couple of years at beating up on the weaker teams, as Winnipeg is 23-8 straight up in its last 31 games against teams with losing records. And Columbus is at home, but that hasn't really mattered all season long, and it's really not mattered lately, as Columbus is 1-6 straight up in its last 7 home games. But you have a playoff team in the West against one of the worst teams in the entire league, and a team that's lost 5 of 6. I think Winnipeg, with the starting goalie back in net and with the much better offense and defense, should find a way to win this game in 60 minutes. Play that once again here for Thursday, February 16th is going to be on the Jets to win in regulation at minus 125 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.